So perhaps you're curious about minimalism, or you're just at the point of getting started, but you're confused about what it means and what does and what doesn't form part of minimalism. Well, in order for you to get off to the best start with your minimalist journey, I'm going to take you through 4 of the biggest myths about minimalism that you need to know, especially if you're a beginner. So myth number 1 is that minimalism means owning as few items as possible. And this is what I believed when I first started exploring minimalism. And when you see all the minimal homes and all the decor on Instagram and other social media sites, you might get the same impression that your home needs to look a certain way, or you can't have this item or that, otherwise you're not classed as a minimalist. And it is true that part of minimalism is about owning less and being aware that we don't need as much as we think we do. But getting your items down to an arbitrary number isn't the point of minimalism. Minimalism is about bringing more awareness to our spending habits, about the things that we bring into our home and into our lives, so that we can focus on the things that are really important to us and we don't get caught up in all the noise. For me, minimalism is about turning down the noise and gaining clarity on the things that really matter, so that I can focus my mental, emotional and physical energy on those things. Myth number 2 is that minimalism is a destination. So you might think that minimalism is a goal that you get to, it's a destination you reach, and once you're there, that's it, you don't need to do anything else. I would say that minimalism is a journey, and I know that gets overused and maybe it sounds a bit cliche, but what I mean by journey is that it's an ongoing process throughout your life. It never stops. We're bombarded with so much information about needing to buy and consume and own the next best phone, own a nicer car, own a bigger house. And minimalism is very counter that. It's very anti that. We're trying to swim against the tide. We're kind of not conforming to what society is bombarding us with. So that is an ongoing process. It means we need to remain mindful of what we're spending our time doing, what we're spending our money on, and it's not something that we can ever stop doing if we want to be minimalists, because that's what culture and society is always bombarding us with. And as with a lot of things in life, we're not going to get it right all the time. We're going to slip up, we're going to muck up, we're not going to be perfect, and neither should we aim to be. What we should be striving for is aiming to be more mindful about how we use our resources, how we spend our time. Are we spending our lives in ways that fulfill us, in ways that help us form connections and meaningful relationships with others and the world around us? We're only human, so we're not going to get it right all the time, and that's okay. The main thing is that we learn from our mistakes or our slip-ups, and we take that learning forward with us in the future. Myth number 3 is that if you don't adhere to certain rules, you're not a minimalist. I've seen a lot of comments online, and I don't know if they're troll comments, but one particular video I watched was just a silent video of someone's minimal house tour, and someone in the comments said that this person couldn't be a minimalist because they had furniture in their house. Now, I'm sure that for some people, minimalism might mean to not have any or much furniture at all, and that's okay. But I also think you can be a minimalist with furniture, and quite frankly, I want something to sit on. I don't want to sit on the floor. I think we get really caught up in rules and shoulds and musts, and I think it's good to be a lot more open-minded and flexible in terms of the fact that we're all in different situations in life. We've all got different circumstances, whether it's financial or social circumstances, and therefore what one person's minimalist lifestyle will look like may not be the same as ours, and that's okay. Myth number 4 is that minimalism and decluttering are the same thing. Decluttering is one aspect of minimalism, but it's not the same thing. Minimalism is about editing our lives in a way that helps to make room for the things that matter the most to us. And this might be physical items, but it might also mean our relationships or our career. Adopting minimalist principles can help with the decluttering process because it encourages us to really think about the things we need and consider getting rid of the things that no longer serve us. So underneath all the decluttering, tidying and organizing is something much more fundamental, in my opinion, and that is being able to live a life aligned to our values and the things that are really important to us. And who wouldn't want that? Now, although minimalism and decluttering aren't the same thing, there are valuable lessons you can learn from decluttering that will help you maintain a minimalist lifestyle. And if you'd like to know the 10 biggest lessons I learned from decluttering over 10 years worth of stuff, then check out the video that's on the screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.